Testing. Testing. Hi and welcome, chart artists. What a crazy day here on the price of Bitcoin. Oh, let me just pause this. Okay, so just get the echo out. Sorry, I had to end my previous live stream because I had some major technical difficulties. My computer just froze up and I couldn't change my mic settings. I couldn't adjust the volume. I couldn't put the music down. So I just decided to stuff it. Let me end the live stream. I will schedule a new one. Right, now we are here. And Bitcoin is absolutely pumping here to the upside. Fantastic green volume kicking in here. It's just not stopping at the moment. What is going on here? It is absolutely crazy. Okay, today we will analyze the price of Bitcoin, see what is going on here, and I have done phenomenally well. For those of you that are in the Legends Discord community, you know that I posted a couple of altcoins this morning. Okay, let me go here to the Discord community and I go here onto the alt section and just show everyone. Early this morning, I posted a ETH trade, I posted a Doge trade, I posted HBAR. The HBAR trade was a little bit late. I entered it over there, TP123. We can go through that. I set small position on COTI and keep an eye on Theta. Right. If you want the alpha first, please go down in the description, Legends Community, 25% discount. Right, let's get back into the price of Bitcoin. Absolutely crazy price action here from the price of Bitcoin at the moment. 7% up for today, and it just doesn't look like it wants to stop. I was here at the where is that chart now? Let me go look for it. I was here looking at the CVD and it's just bullish. I mean, price action moving up here and CVD still continuing to move down, creating more bullish CVD to come and claim the highs. And every time we move down, we create more bullish CVD to go and claim the highs. Okay, so absolutely crazy price action here from Bitcoin. But it's been a fantastic trading day. For those of you that are inside the Legends community, I hope you took some of the trades that I did suggest with good risk management as always, and you guys will see that. All right. First thing I want to show is these are some of the trades I took this morning. I took a HBAR trade. I made 69% over there. I took a COTI trade. I made almost 100% over there. I took, well, this COTI trade I actually recently just closed. I took an ETH trade, 24% over there, and I took a Doge trade, 49%, right? And I have, at the moment, a cumulative P&L on my Mexi account of 115%. So quite phenomenal. I'm very happy with the profits that I've made. I think, you know, it's nice to share screenshots of trades that you've taken with massive percentages. The question for me is always, did you make money on your overall portfolio? Because a lot of people don't show their losses. They just show that, oh, look at these beautiful trades. Meanwhile, they've lost 50%, but they've made 40%, for example, and they'll post a 40% trade, right? So I just think it would be fair for me to post also my cumulative P&L so that people can see we're not playing games here. We are taking serious trades with exceptionally good risk management. I have to stress that this is a play account for me. I like to play around with my more serious portfolio money. On Bybit, for example, I will not be as crazy as this and try and double my portfolio in 2 days. But on Mexi, a play account, I still apply good risk management, and it's quite easy with this momentum here to the upside to make some crazy gains, enter a couple of trades and make some insane gains. So please go down in the description. Where's my video? Right, go down in the description right now, click on more. Just zoom in here for everyone. You will see that I have my exchanges over here, Bybit, BingX, and Mexi for the lowest trading fees. And this is why I've been using Mexi. The fees are absolutely phenomenal, which means you put more profit in your pocket. Right, absolutely phenomenal. Go down in the description, go to Mexi, claim your $20,000 bonus, depending on how much you deposit and trade. For the lowest fees, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, 0.001% at the moment. Fees that you pay here on Mexi. And as you can see that I've highlighted, I've took some beautiful trades over here. Right, so currently my P&L is at 115%. I think I did share with the community when it was at 100%. I'm taking 50% profits, but there was just one more trade that looked so juicy, which was the Coty trade. And we can go through it right now. And I will be honest with you guys, when I see the market rip like this, I sometimes move away from Bitcoin and I move into the alts, because the one-line trading strategy that I've been talking about. Right, can everyone hear me? Audio capture. Okay. More technical difficulties. Now can you guys hear me? Right, everyone is just listening to nothing and not telling me that my mic is not working. Right, so let's go through that again. Everyone can hear me now, all good. Okay, all good. Everyone can hear me, all good. Right, mic is working. PC is not frozen. It is all good. So as I was saying, these are some of the trades that I took this morning together with the Legends community, and 70% here on HBAR. I took a Coty trade, I took a ETH trade, I took a Doge trade, and also this was my cumulative P&L for the day. So far, I managed to double my account in a couple of days, 2 days, 3 days, I think. And I am being a little bit more aggressive with this account, but I am still applying exceptionally good risk management, and we can go through these altcoins and I can explain to you how I took these trades and where there are still potential opportunities. Okay, but some nice trades over here, nice P&L on my portfolio here on Mexi. And as always, like I mentioned, yeah, please go down into the description. Where are we? Down into the description, sign up with Mexi for the lowest fees. The reason I'm using Mexi for these little trades here to the upside is because they do have the lowest fees on the market at the moment. So you get to put more profits in your bag. Okay, if you would like to benefit from the lowest fees from Mexi and take some of these trades with us, also go down here into Trade Like a Pro. There's my TradingView link for you to use TradingView, and also where is our Legends Discord community, where I post these daily updates every single day to the Legends community. And I hope for you that are listening that you have taken some of these trades. Right, Mr. Wizard, welcome. Caprizi, welcome. I felt you from the beginning. Yes, I felt myself there as well. And I'm talking and no one is writing a comment to say, hey, we can't hear you. Perhaps you thought the issue is on your side, trying to increase your volume. All right. Elliott Waves. Yeah, we will talk a little bit about Elliott Waves. I also want to talk about the title of my thumbnail, why the top doesn't matter. Okay, and we can dive a little bit into that as well. Right. Okay, so like I've explained, some beautiful trades here on Mexi that I took, and the reason I made also such significant gains is because of the exceptional low fees. Often I find on some of the other exchanges, you take a trade, you make $100 profit, and when you cash out, you walk away with $70 or $60 or $68, depending on how much fees they take. So you can really optimize your profits by trading on Mexi. Please go down in the description, use the link, sign up to benefit from these amazing deals. Also join our Legends community, where I have, let me go onto the Legends community. Just want to show you guys, and I'm sure you've seen it. You've not heard me say this, but these are some of the trades that I shared. Right. Where did I start? This was today. I highlighted Coty. Have a look at Coty. Breaking out. That was a little bit of a fake out. We found further momentum here to the downside, but eventually we got the breakout. We can go through that now. Doge. Guys, please keep an eye on Doge. Right. And then, yeah, this was just a rune. I don't like steep trend lines like that, but nonetheless, we got the breakout. And then also ETH played out to perfection. ETH trade that we took. Right. Doge, HBAR, Coty. And Theta, I said keep an eye on Theta. Unfortunately, I missed the Theta trade, but I see it broke out with some significant gains there to the upside. So absolutely fantastic. Join our Legends community where myself and Andy drop the daily alpha here, and not necessarily signals, although I posted, these are the trades that I was in already, but I did post here to say, keep an eye, because we teach people here how to fish for themselves. It's like, here's an opportunity I'm spotting. You know what to do, right? Apply good risk management and follow the trend line strategy, as we have been hammering about it and speaking about in my YouTube updates as well, and answering all the questions from the community. Okay, anyways, let's get into the price of Bitcoin. We are here to analyze and to see. First thing I want to get off my chest, and maybe this is perhaps a little bit of a ranting session. I like to have my little ranting sessions. Okay, is I see there's a lot of people. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and he told me that he only follows people that can exactly predict where the top and where the bottom is. And I asked him, why is that so important to you? And he couldn't answer my question. And eventually he thought about it and he said, well, then at least I know where to pay out my spot bags and I know where to buy the bottom. And I said, well, those are two trades. So you buy the bottom and you know where to sell the top. But no one knows where the bottom is and no one knows where the top is. Right. And even from an Elliott wave perspective, which is considered the most difficult trading strategy known to trade from, can still not predict the tops and the bottoms. It has targets, but it has many scenarios. You have a high probable scenario, you have a low probable scenario, you have a bullish scenario, you have a bearish scenario. And as data develops, you then morph into which scenario is more probable. Okay, but by the time you've figured out which scenario is actually playing out, you've missed the trade from an Elliott wave perspective. So the ranting session is about, why does the top matter if you are making profits on the way up? Okay, if you have a solid trading strategy, you do not need to know where the bottoms and the tops are, because you will make money every single day by applying your trading strategy. So for me, even though and we can go through some of the Elliott scenarios now, is to say that even though we had some scenarios and tops that from an Elliott wave perspective, the Bitcoin price can potentially turn around. We just shot through them. Okay. But I'm not going to let me stop me as a trader from making profits. So I've made significant gains. I don't care where the top is. I don't care where the bottom is. If I have a trading strategy, I apply good risk management, I can enter trades and make significant gains. Here's my cumulative P&L. I'm not just showing screenshots of trades that I took and not showing you guys the losses. I'm showing you guys I have a cumulative P&L and these are the trades that I took. Okay, some of them, I think there's about 3 of them I didn't have the chance to put in here. But nonetheless, I am making money on my portfolio by applying a simple trading strategy that is not as complex as Elliott wave theory, for example, to play the little breakouts to the upside, and you have to take advantage of it. So in that breath, I want to say, well, why does it matter? Because this friend that I had the conversation with didn't make any money. And because he doesn't have a trading strategy, he does not know how to apply risk management. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to listen to people or influencers to say that this is the top and it's not going to go higher than that. Okay. And then he tries to short. Okay. I'm going to short there. I'm going to short there. And then price does this and it liquidates his account. Okay. And then it's a crappy influencer. He didn't know what he was talking about. Right. So that is my little ranting session. I would like to hear your thoughts as well. Please post it in the comments. Is that it is your trading strategy with good risk management that makes you money regardless of where the top or regardless of where the bottom is. If you can trade every single market cycle, whether we're going up, whether we're going sideways, or whether we're falling down, if you can make money consistently every week, every month, month after month, year after year, you're a profitable, successful day trader. Why does it matter where the bottom and the top is? Because I've took profit on these trades. Okay, already. I don't care where the top and the bottom is. I already took profits. I doubled my account, so I'm happy. Okay, so that is my ranting session for today. I thought I'd just share that. And if my friend is watching the video, I'm not mentioning any names. I hope you're watching. And yeah, you can see as traders, we make significant gains here to the upside without worrying where the top or the bottom is. Right. Let's say hello to the community. Burger Kingma, hi, welcome. Alan Clark, hi, I always see you here on the live streams. Mr. Wizard, hello, hello, hello. I hear you all the time. Can hear you. I felt you from the beginning. Yes, all good. Is smart money concept working BTC? Is smart money concept working in BTC chart or not? I'm not sure I understand that question. Smart money concept. I'm not sure I understand that question. If you can maybe just explain a little bit more, perhaps we can dive into that. Deepak. Right. Brahim. It's Doge time right now. Yes, baby, it is Doge time. It is definitely Doge time. I will go through some of the altcoins right here with you guys and show you some of the trades that I've taken, and perhaps we find a nice little opportunity that we can trade together. Right. Do you also apply the one-line strategy on the downside? Yes, I do. I will be honest with you guys. When I started out, let me take the scribble here out the way. Okay. When I started, I did not want to delete that. Let's put this back. You know, I wanna keep my, oops, I want to keep my hard work here. Right. When I started out as a trader, and let's go here onto the 4 hour. Let's go to the bear market. Let's go back onto the daily, and I'll show you guys how I traded the bear market. When I started still learning, I was making losses, I was breaking even, I was making a little bit, I was losing a little bit. And the one day I just thought, you know, it's so easy to long. Why is it so easy to long? And why is it so difficult to short? I couldn't grasp why it is so easy to long, but it's not easy to short. Like that mentality, like struggle to sink in with me, is that when we were here during this whole bloody crash here to the downside, one day I just decided I am going to do this, reverse my chart. So then I'm still, let me see if you guys can see my hands, still longing. Okay. Obviously, you have to just reverse your entries on the chart. Don't go and long on your chart. You will see your ass. You have to now short on your chart. This is how I started applying the one-line strategy to the downside. Okay, and here you can see some stupid little examples is if I take a trend line, bam. Okay, take a trend line, bam. So this one-line strategy can be applied whether the chart is going up or down. Okay, the goal and the purpose of this channel and the reason I have you guys as a community, and hopefully we will grow this into hundreds of thousands of people watching the stream, is I want to show everyone how easy it is to trade. It is not difficult. Although I go into Elliott wave theory and you know I have corrective structures and ABCs and XWYs and you know, all the confusing stuff and FIB retracements and FIB expansions that doesn't make sense to a lot of people. I want to show everyone how easy it is to trade. Like, look at this momentum here to the downside. I mean, there was also a nice little, no, yeah, not the best one, right? Anyways, but you can see where I applied my one-line strategy to the downside, okay, by reversing my chart. And as I became comfortable with it, I don't now, today, luckily, I don't have to reverse my chart anymore, right? Because it is, and that's also the reason some people ask me, and for those of you that do know is, you know, I often get the question, Dewald, why is your chart green and purple? Okay, the reason I use the purple color is because from a psychology perspective, human psychology perspective, red is programmed into every single human being as being dangerous. Stop signs are red. Police vehicles with the red lights, warning, you know, stay out of the way. Blood, oh, you know, it's dangerous. And even when you see a red candle on the market, for example, it's like the fear kicks in. It's almost like, what do I do now? The fear kicks in because it's a psychological, subconscious thing programmed into human psychology that red means danger. And the reason I made my reds purple is because purple is one of my favorite colors, and it presents an opportunity rather than fear for me. So when I see a purple candle, I don't see fear. I see an opportunity for a short to the downside. Right, where most people only long, I am a bull and a bear in the same day. And I will show you guys now. I also played some shorts today. During this massive momentum here to the upside, believe it or not, I also played some shorts. Right, okay, let's just go back here onto the 8 hour. Right, first short I played was, we're going to have to go into smaller time frames over here. You can be a bull and a bear. During the same hour, you can be a bull and a bear. When we hit, there was another level here. Can't remember where that level is. Let me see if I have it here. It's the... Yeah. There's a point of control from November 2021. Okay, these point of controls are really powerful, especially when you're inside ranges. When you zoom in here onto the daily, just to show you guys where I get that level from. Okay, just some education. We had a consolidation area here in November 2021. Okay, October, November. I just call it November 2021. We had a consolidation and I pulled a value area from during this range, and there's a point of control over there. So I marked the level out, and true as Bob, what happened? Zooming back into the 15 minutes. Right, we got a beautiful rejection. I shorted this level. Okay, I entered a short. We came up. We rejected. I entered my short. I was a little bit late. I think my entry was a little bit lower. My entry was over there. I put my stop. I put my stop above the wick. Excuse me. And then we found momentum here to the downside. And round about this area, I took profits. Okay. Looking at CVD, I saw we were building some massive bullish CVD, so I took profits. So although I've played a lot of long entries to the upside, these were all longs, long. Okay, let's see if they were all long. Well, that's just the cumulative P&L. This was also a long. I think all of the ones that I shared over here were all longs. Okay, nevertheless, part of that P&L was this little short trade that I took over here. So it's not to say that we have just momentum here to the upside. I'm only going to play long. I'm going to scalp the shorts as well. I'm a bull and a bear, depending on what price action gives me, because this might just be that one that does this. Okay, and then at least I have a small position there. I will obviously take profits on the way down. I will watch CVD. I saw bullish CVD building up here, so I cashed out my entire position. But if we had to come back up and we made massive, we started consolidating. Price is slowing down. It's struggling. And you start making bearish CVDs, in this consolidation area over here. That's where I start building a short position for potential move to the downside. Right, nice pumpy action here to the upside. Absolutely insane. Okay, Bitcoin is just not stopping. It is just rampaging here to the upside. Right, let's go and just say hi to the community and we'll jump into some altcoins. If you guys would like me to have a look at one of the altcoins, maybe a favorite, something that you are having a look at, let me know, drop it in the comments and we go have a look at it. I will also go through the ones that I've shared during my trades that I've done for today. And let's say hi. Andre, hi Dewald. Hi, welcome. Okay, let me put myself here. Let me do this. Okay, testing out some new scenes and stuff. Okay, while I'm talking to the community, I want to put myself here on full screen. Teddles, hello, also from the Legends community. Dewald, is there more to look at than only trend line strategies? I mean, when you are sure that it's going to be a real breakout or maybe again another fake out with a correction wave down again. Yes, the reason I like trend line strategies is during momentum moves or trends. Okay, the market does three things. It either trends or it ranges. Okay, but it either trends to the upside, it trends to the downside, or it ranges. So I apply different trading strategies depending on what the market is giving me. So during this consolidation, for example, that's actually too small. Okay, let's use a bigger one over here. Let's go on to the 1 hour. During bigger consolidations like this, I don't use my one-line trend strategy. I will still put it in just to track momentum and things like that. Like I had a trend over here, there was a nice little breakout, but you can see the rule that I apply usually is you come take profits here by the high, and you can see we turned around, and well, if you were still in that trade, you would have made the high. But you can apply the one-line trend strategy, maybe that's what I need to call it, the one-line trend strategy over there. And but I don't like to use the one-line trend strategy inside of ranges. This is where I switch to swing failure patterns. This is where I switch to volume strategy, harmonic patterns. What else? Fibonacci. I switch up strategies depending on what the market is offering me. But when you get insane price action like this, the one-line trend strategy is by far the most powerful. Okay. Why do people lose money with a simple strategy? I'll tell you why people lose money with a simple strategy. Because what often happens is, let's use, if I can maybe find a good example. This is a good example. Right. Okay. Let's look at this trade over here, this trend line over here. The reason people are not successful in trading, and the reason people even lose money with the simplest trading strategy on earth, is because what they do is they draw their trend, we get a breakout, so they enter. Okay, they put their stop below the low. And what they do is they go in with their entire account at 10x or 50x leverage, how much ever leverage they apply. So, we're hoping we're going to double our account with one trade. People get extremely greedy with every single trade. And then what happens is you need to take profits here by the high. So it hits the high. They're like, no, we're going to go higher. We're going to go higher. And then this happens, stops you out, and you've lost 20, 30% of your account with the stop loss here to the downside. Okay. And then also you get some crazy people that will, when price starts moving down here, okay, let me just take those brushes out. Okay, when price starts moving down here, you get people, when their stop loss was over there, they will move their stop loss. No, it's going to turn around. It's going to turn around. They will move their stop loss, and price just keeps on dragging. No, I move their stop loss, and they move their stop loss. And then by the end of it, they get liquidated. Okay, so even with the simplest trading strategy, people still manage to liquidate and burn their accounts because they get greedy and their position sizes are too big. Okay, let me just take a sip of water. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Right, I hope you guys can see this now. Okay, this is the perfect example. Let me go through it quickly again. Okay, you don't see your screen? Yes, I realized. Sorry about that. Don't see your screen, mate? Yes. Haha, Teddles, yes. I'm still getting used to this new software that I'm using. Right, okay, do the new setup. Anyways, let me go through this again. Okay, this is the perfect example. Is people burn their accounts because they track this momentum line here to the downside. Okay, ignore this price action. Let's do this. It's this one over here, no? Let's ignore this price action. Okay. Let's go through it step by step. People see this, so they're like, hell, I'm waiting for this breakout here to the upside. Okay. And then we play a little bit. Let's just wait for this to play out. And we play out, and then they're like, ooh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to enter. Right, I'm going to enter. Devil's one-line strategy. Okay, so maybe you get the entry a little bit higher. You enter over there. And now you go put your stop loss here below the low. No, the rule. You put your stop loss below the low. You enter. You take profits here by the high. Okay, the risk to reward is not really great on this trade, but let's use it as an example nonetheless. Can't see your screen, but nice background. I appreciate it, but I think you guys are feeling the energy. Anyways, let's get back into it. Right. Okay, Now people get greedy. They go in with the entire account, 100x leverage, 50x leverage, 10x leverage. I don't care. Okay, so basically risk to reward, you go work it out. And most people don't use this tool. I've seen it often. Most people don't use this tool at all. So purely from this perspective, 0.66 risk to reward, I wouldn't have taken the trade. But nonetheless, let's use this as an example. Let's say you had a nice little tight stop loss here. Okay, make the trade worth it, or perhaps the target was even a little bit higher. Okay, so what people then do is they enter and now they wait for price to go up. Okay, we're going to make some nice money over here. Okay, retest. Okay, nice. Okay, it's going up. It's going up, you know, biting your nails. Oh, God. What just happened? Okay. And during this price movement, let me just pause it here. What then happens is most people don't take profits by the high because they think that price is going to go higher. They're going to get that God candle that shoots out of nowhere, right? And then price does this. Okay, it falls down. And what some people then do is they lower their stop loss. They start moving their stop loss. And some people start adding to their positions. They start adding, it has to turn around. And then either they get liquidated or they eventually decide to cash out. And for those that don't get liquidated, then obviously, you know, you save yourself, but you know, that is not good risk management. This is why people, even with this one-line trend strategy, still get themselves wrecked. They get greedy, they don't take profits where they're supposed to be to take profits, and all hell breaks loose and they lose their accounts. Okay, so my goal, it really is to show everyone how easy trading can be if you apply good risk management. Okay, plan your trade. Let's let price play out here a little bit. And yeah, then eventually we had the breakout here to the upside. And so we know the story. Okay, cool. Let's cancel this. Right, this is where we are right now. Okay. I hope that makes sense, and I hope this one-line trend strategy, you can now see that you can use it to the up and to the downside. Okay, cool. So a very powerful strategy to use. But what makes you, I think, more successful as a trader is if you are able to apply more than one strategy, depending on what price action is giving you. Okay, for the moment, we have massive momentum. Okay, there's another one. Here is another one. Okay, so if you're going to smaller time frames, maybe the 1 minute, it will give you better trends. Right, you can see beautiful breakout. You claim the high. You enter, you claim the high. You enter, you claim the high. Okay, even with this one, you entered, you claimed the high. So if you stayed in the trade and you followed your rules, you would have made profit. Here was also a beautiful one over here. Okay, where is it now? Right. Let's do this. Here we go. Okay, this was a beautiful trade. I think I spoke to the Legends community this morning about this one as well. And if you'd like the alpha first, please go and join the Legends community, link down in the description. Right, is that when we were trading over here, and I'm sure the Legends remember this from the Legends community, is when we were trading over here, I highlighted, there's not a lot of volume. Doesn't make sense for me. Okay, but then what I did is I said, okay, well, for a confirmation breakout, we have a breakout. I've tracked this trend here to the downside. You can even put it to this line, but I think a lot of exchanges, this price action looks a little bit different depending on what exchange you use to trade this on. Okay, so I then added another trend line and said, okay, we're having a breakout. There's no volume. I don't like the volume because this looks like it could do this. Okay, you break the trend and you come and find lower levels. So what I do is I then sit on my hands and I say, well, is there something forming that I can use as double confirmation to enter this trade? Right, and then we formed this little trend over here, and I said, okay, well, if it breaks, then I will enter that trade. Okay, I did not play this trade on Bitcoin because I was very busy with altcoins during this stage. I was trading altcoins like a mad maniac during this stage. But this is a clue. You trend and you draw another trend for the consolidation forming, and then you apply your one-line trend strategy. Okay, you aim for the high. Okay, well, you're expecting a breakout. So you're really expecting a breakout. And this is where you can leave some of your position open. You have broken out of a bigger structure. It would be silly to only want to claim this high. So you're basically using this line for confirmation to the upside. Right. Okay. So basically you broke out, you put your stop below the low, and then off to the races you go. So even if you took 50% profit over here, and you just left the position open, you would be in significant profits. Here you could have added to your position. You could have added to your position, and taken profits all the way up to where we are right now. Right, yo, Dewald, how are you, brother? I'm fantastic. Nagajan, I think that's how I pronounce it. Not sure. Hi, Dewald, can you check DBG? Open the future spiritual Mexi. Will we have big rejection? Okay, we will go have a look at that right now. Please analyze RIF. Please do analysis of RIF. Okay, I do see your message, RIF. I will go through that right now. Right, let's go through some of the trades that I took. Ethereum, first trade that we took was it this one? Yes, it was this one. As I highlighted in the Discord community, bam, right? Targeting the high. We had a breakout, beautiful retest. I actually entered at the retest. I didn't enter the breakout. I entered here by the retest, stop below the low, right? And then I think that was the trade. I think my entry was a little bit lower then. Nevertheless, I squeezed, I think I had my stop loss over there. Yes, if I remember correctly, let me go look at the Legends community here quick. Yes, you can see people are absolutely crushing it inside the Legends community with the profits that they are sharing. And also link down in the description if you want to be part of the Legends where you get the alpha first. I'm just looking for this ETH trade. This is the ETH trade that played out to perfection. Yeah, you can see I had a relatively tight stop loss. Risk to reward made it worth it. So coming back into the price of Ethereum, this is why this thing doesn't make sense. I am losing my marbles over here. Right, let's just take this out the way. Put the long one, not the short one, Devil, the long one. Right, now this makes sense. I had my stop below this week. I entered here at the retracement. I was targeting the high. Okay, 3 to 7, risk to reward. Beautiful trade. I took profit on that trade and I told the community, I'm leaving some of the position open. Okay. Leaving some of my position open as we close a candle above the monthly level. Right, going back onto the price, we closed a candle with high volume above the monthly level, so I left some of my position open. I took profits here, but I left some of it open. And true as Bob, look at the momentum we're getting here to the upside. So I'm still benefiting from that trade at the moment. So I think if I have to now share another screenshot of my cumulative P&L, I'm not sure what it will stand at now. Anyways, right, Doge, let's jump. Ooh, what just happened over here? I was waiting for Doge to do this. Oh my God. This is absolutely insane. Right, anyways, this is the Doge trade we played. Enter the break of trend, targeting the highs. You leave some of the position open for this. You leave some of the position open for this. And look at Doge absolutely exploding into the air. And if you guys remember some of my previous live streams, I told you guys I'm looking for the God candle from Doge, and here it is right now. This is absolutely amazing. Right, zooming into the daily time frame over here, I told everyone during, I can't remember which live stream it was or a video that I've made, this is the accumulation zone. I'm looking for a God candle, and it looks like we're getting it now. Please do not FOMO into trades. Right. Apply good risk management, wait for the one-line strategy, go into the 1 minute and go and play the one-line strategy. Okay, don't FOMO, don't just buy, how do you manage your risk? Okay, so very happy about this trade, very, very, very happy about this trade. And then obviously, wow, absolutely, that is the God candle we were looking for. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Tracking, you can see I have my alarm over there, tracking the momentum to the downside. You track, the momentum here to the upside. You take profits by the highs. You leave some of your position open because you never know. And then this happens. Absolutely fantastic. What is just trying to get a percentage over here. 16% times how much leverage you played. Nice significant gains over there. Right, absolutely Doge, go Doge, go Doge. Right. Just for shits and giggles, I want to see how high this can go. I mean, nothing is for certain in the market, but at least it will give us an estimation. Okay, so I'm aiming here for the 168, 1.618, but remember, it can go to the 2618, 3618, 4618, 5618, but as another TP, I will start taking profits here by this 618, more profits here by the 2618, and so on and so on, because this is potentially wave 1, 2, and we are now busy with the third wave. Third wave, then you have a fourth wave, fifth wave, and then you end the structure with the ABC correction, and then you continue. Okay. Right, so yeah, there's definitely benefit in knowing Elliott waves because you can see that we are now inside a third wave. Third waves has the most volume. Okay, third waves has the most volume. This was a wave 1, 2, 3. Okay, massive explosion here to the upside. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Right, H-bar, also another trade that we took. Just zooming out here, this is basically the structure that I was looking at, is to say that I've been tracking this momentum here to the downside. You broke out, you did a retest on the 618, and then I'm tracking this momentum. We broke out, I entered, I had my stop here, quite a tight stop loss, because the thing for me is I don't want price to come back into trend, because that means it's a fake out. Right, I said TP1, TP2, TP3. Took profits here by TP1, which was the highs. I took profits here by TP2, and I think I actually closed my position here, around about this area. I wasn't going to wait for TP3, which is this pivot over here, but it looks like now it's getting there. It's going to get there, and I'm going to be like, shit, I should have left some of the position open. Right, Coty, yeah, we had a little bit of a fake out over here. So if I zoom here onto the smaller time frames, I'm just going through all the trades that I took, and then I'll go through some of the altcoins that's being requested. Okay, Coty, we had a little bit of a fake out over here. I had my trend over there. I entered the position here, so you don't always win all your trades. I entered over here. I had my stop below the lows, and then it did this and stopped me out. Okay, but then I re-entered. And as you can see, going back here onto the price of Bitcoin, let me go onto, is it the 1 hour or the 4 hour? Let's see here. Okay, let's go look at my Coty trade. Right, Coty, 100% trade, and this is exactly what I traded. I traded this momentum. I traded this momentum here to the upside. Okay, and I took profits. Okay, I took profits by these highs. Always have to look to the left to see where's the resistance. Okay, I do believe that we're building up a bull flag here, so we could find higher momentum here to the upside. So perhaps something that you want to look at is if we go here onto the 5-minute, beautiful trend actually forming over here. Track this momentum. Track the momentum, set your alarm. Okay, set your alarm and wait for that breakout. Okay, we've already broken out. You've missed the trade, so you don't want to FOMO. Now you wait for the consolidation. You wait for the consolidation and bam, it does this. Okay, or it doesn't. It just falls down. Then at least you know you didn't enter. Okay, cool, but that was the Coty trade. Theta, I didn't take this trade, but also mentioned it in the Discord. Nice little breakout here to the upside. Sushi, I've been tracking. I am currently also in a sushi trade. I saw the bounce here on support. From a sushi perspective, I know it's been doing phenomenal things, so perhaps you want to catch that momentum to the upside. So I am also here currently in a sushi trade at the moment. Algo. Missed that trade. I saw this resist. When I was looking at it, the price was over here, and I was like, should I, shouldn't I? And I suppose what I could have done is, but I was in so many trades, I didn't want to just complicate and confuse things for myself. You could have zoomed in here into smaller time frames. Not a beautiful trend, but a trend nonetheless. It's a little bit steep. Okay. You could have played that breakout to the upside. You had a retest, and now it looks like we could find continuation to the upside, but you have to remember we are inside resistance. Okay, so just zooming out here onto larger time frames, we are fighting here with resistance. Look at this consolidation area over here. So I don't really like to long into resistance. Okay, not my favorite thing. I like to long from support, like what I did with sushi. We are at support. You want to long support. You don't want to long into resistance. Right, AVAX, beautiful breakout here. I didn't take that trade, but you can see how I've been tracking the momentum. Do you guys see how easy it is just to use one line. A one-line trading, my one-line trading strategy. Okay, you track momentum, you have a breakout. And what you can do is you take 2 or 3% of your capital, and you play these little breakouts, and you play these little breakouts, and you play the little breakout. You can see lots of little breakouts that you could have played here as well. So there was another one over there. Right, you play these little breakouts, and after 100 breakouts, you've doubled or tripled your portfolio. Okay, obviously with good risk management, you don't have to try and double your account with 1 or 2 trades, especially when you're starting out. Okay, you're going to get yourself wrecked. And I know that there's a lot of YouTube influencers out there that show live trades with insane leverage, going in with the entire portfolio and encouraging everyone to do it with them. Okay, you're never going to see me do that. Like literally, you will not see me do that. I will always preach good risk management on my channel, is to say that you never want to lose more than 1% of your capital when your stop loss gets hit. Never. Okay, and if you're losing more than 1%, when you do get stopped out, you're doing something wrong. Okay, you want to stay in the game, you want to be a successful day trader, you want to leave your 9 to 5, you need to practice good risk management. This is you're running a business over here. Okay, you're literally running a business. You have to, keep your expenses to the minimum. Right, anyways, that's my rant. CRV, also spoke about CRV. Nice little breakout here to the upside. This is the trade that I took. Currently still in this trade. I haven't been stopped out yet. I entered a little bit late, but I saw this consolidation area over here. So currently 4.51 risk to reward. Also in this trade at the moment. GRT, I just had a look over there. Oh, near. I am not in the near trade at the moment, but you can see with all the altcoins that I've just jumped through, like one line strategy, simple. I don't, people don't believe me. I'm showing you guys. I'm showing everyone. People don't believe me. It's too easy. It has to be complicated. It can't be that easy. I'm showing you guys how easy it is. Right. Doubled my account in 3 days. And please, I do not recommend that anyone try and double their account in 1 or 2 or 3 days. I'm doing this because I am experienced. I've been trading for a couple of years, and this is play money. I don't mind going a little bit more crazy with my Mexi account over here because it's a play account. I'm being more aggressive, but I'm still applying good risk management. Okay. And as always, just as a reminder, let's go. Wrong screen. If you want to benefit from Mexi, where I've done most of my trading today and the last couple of days for the lowest fees, go down into the description, sign up to Mexi right now, no KYC required. And I think the reason it's also boosted my profits the way that it has is because of the low fees. Okay, you walk away with more profit in your pocket. That's why I'm using Mexi for these nice little momentum rides here to the upside. Okay, let's go through some altcoins. Hi, everyone. Let's talk to the community. Say hi to everyone. Okay. Please do analysis on Riff. Right, let's go to Riff. I know someone has been asking for Riff. Let's open up a new tab over here. Let's go through Riff. Let's do this. Riff. I don't even think I have it here, so I'm going to have to go and search for it. Riff USDT. Right. I'm sure Binance should have the highest volume. Let's go check. Okay, first thing when I do analysis, a little bit of education, you go onto the daily. You want to see what the structure looks like. You go onto the daily, you zoom out. I want to see where this coin came from, when was it started, when was it, oh God. Okay, not a lot of history here on Binance. But guys, I'll be honest with you, I do not like to trade altcoins that does this and this and this. These wicks to the upside, I really don't like altcoins like this because it's generally low cap altcoins and it gets easily, this is manipulation. Okay, you have a dump and a pump and a dump. Okay, it does look like maturity is starting to kick in here a little bit, somewhat. But I don't like to trade coins because I've also noticed if you zoom into smaller time frames, it's difficult to apply trading strategies to it. Okay, like look at this. Like, how do you draw a trend? Okay, how do you apply a trading strategy Where do you know? So, you know, if how, I don't like it. When I see a coin like this, I don't trade it. Okay, because I can see many breakouts now that the price has already played out, I can see a lot of breakouts. Okay, but if I have to reverse the price and say, okay, go trade it, let's back test it, you're going to struggle. Okay, you're going to struggle because you have long wicks here to the upside. Okay, there was a little breakout over there. I can see it. But I don't like this. I really don't like it. You did claim the high. Okay, so it looks like more. So you'll see more. The more money flows into a low cap altcoin, the more mature it will become. The smaller the wicks will become, and this is why I like to trade Bitcoin. It has so much money that it's difficult to manipulate. Okay, not many scam wicks and pump and dumps like this. But nevertheless, you want to see where we can go, right? So I would have played this breakout. I would have played this breakout, and where we are at the moment, I will sit on my hands. You've missed the trade. There's nothing to trade here at the moment. Okay, so you'll just have to wait. Okay, from a spot buy perspective, let's go on to... Ooh, I don't have more data here on this side, but even from a spot perspective, I don't know if this is a good buy because I don't know where the price came from. But I just think there are better coins to trade at the moment. Honestly, if you want my personal opinion, I think there are way better coins to trade. Look at what Doge is doing at the moment. Nice and mature. You can track the momentums clearly. It has a large market cap. Can't be easily manipulated. Look at H-bar. Look at Coty. Also smaller, you know, also on the smaller side, but you can see I don't see any scam wicks. The trends make sense. The breakouts make sense. Volume is kicking in. And so forth. Right. So not the easiest coin to trade. I would recommend that if you have a spot open on this, perhaps it is a good time to start taking profits, because when I look at these scam wicks, you know, it just looks like when price pumps, it falls. When price pumps, it falls. Okay. So yes, definitely we could find some more momentum here to the upside, but I don't have enough data. And perhaps I would then say, purely from what I can see right now, this is a TP and this is a TP zone, right? Where you have the consolidation that's going to offer resistance. Okay. And at the moment, you can see we are struggling with this resistance over here. So if I put in a line over there, okay, that's where we got rejected. So this is potentially an SFP. And what you want to see, just to close off this coin, is you want to see us break through here with high volume, perhaps a retest. You want to see more green volume kicking in for a retest for continuation to the upside. At the moment, based on what I'm seeing right now, is this is a SFP. Okay, so you SFP'd from this resistance, and now you're coming back for a backtest. So this could potentially be a backtest of the scene of the crime for momentum here to the downside, or it's building up a spring. Okay. Right, but yeah, I don't like to chart coins like this. It's really confusing for me. What else? What else? Do you have Twitter? Yes, I do have Twitter. Or X, I do have. I should actually put, what I will do is, when this live stream finishes, in the description down below, I will go put my Twitter or X handle, so that when whoever wants to get hold of me can get hold of me there as well. I do post a couple of things there on Twitter, sometimes when I remember as well. Okay, cool. Bitcoin, mooi, damn it, hy wil net nie afkom nie. Oh, we've got Frans Badenhorst. Ja, ek is ook Afrikaans. So I do, my native language is Afrikaans. So I see we have a community member here that also speaks Afrikaans from South Africa. Right, welcome to the stream. Really appreciate you being here. Okay. BTC new all-time high today if it keeps going. Definitely. I mean, looking at Bitcoin here at the moment, we've just tapped the 0.88 from a macro perspective. So if I go here onto the daily, okay, we can now take my lovely screenshots, just move them away from here. I just wanted to show everyone the trades that I took. Okay, let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay, there's one here that's really messing up the charts. Let's take this out. Right. Okay. we've just tapped the 0.88, and I don't know if it's going to play out, but perhaps I must share it with you guys, is that this morning I also shared inside the Legends community, also link down in the description if you'd like to join the Legends community, where I share the alpha first. So for all the Legends here that are watching this live stream, you must probably like, Devil said this morning. Yeah, Devil told us already. Devil told us already, because you guys get the alpha first. Right. 0.88. So the one scenario, I don't know if I still have it here, that I was looking at is this. Okay, and you guys need to let me know if you think the scenario is going to play out. Okay, is we have a bat pattern, what we call harmonic patterns. And this one is specifically a bat where you have a little, looks like a W, and then you find momentum to the downside. Okay, so the rules of the bat is that you want your retracement to hit between those two levels, 0.382 to the 0.886. Okay, and if I look at this level over here, 0.362. Okay, close enough. Not there just as yet, but I mean, the harmonic patterns doesn't have to be perfect. They just have to be close enough. Okay, so this could potentially be, and from what I'm seeing on the price of Bitcoin, maybe it's not going to play out because we are just pumping here so aggressively here to the upside. Okay, I just want to take this out here, is to say that then what happens is when this harmonic plays out and you reach the peak here by D point, okay, that's where you enter your short, okay, and then you are expecting to take profits here by the, let me just take this fib out the way, it's bothering me. Okay, right, that looks better. Okay, so you enter your short by the D point, just a little bit of education from a harmonic perspective. You enter your short by the D point when this harmonic plays out, and you take profits by, let me do this. Let me just draw a new fib. You take a fib from the bottom of C to the top of D, and you take profits by C point, by the 0.618. Okay, that's how harmonics usually works. Second profit-taking area is over here, and then the last profit-taking area is over there. I doubt that we will get to those levels. Okay, so perhaps if we do, if we do find a rejection over here by the 0.88, it could mean that this bat harmonic is playing out, and we could come down as low as $39,000, 358. Okay, but for now, it does look like the all-time highs are on the cards. All-time highs, baby. Whoever saw this coming? Like, seriously, who saw? Who knew that we are just going to continue here to the upside and potentially take the highs? Like, yeah, like I said, you know, regardless of whether, how high we're going to go, where we're going to turn around, all I care about is making profits on the way up. Okay, cool. Right, let's go through the comments quickly here. Look like we're really moving. Yes. Have you considered becoming a copy trader on Mexi? No, I have not. I just don't have the time to do it. I really just don't have the time. I'm here, I'm teaching the community, I'm inside Discord, I'm uploading YouTube videos, I'm making some educational content that should come out soon. I'm just too busy. I can't I don't have the time to sit in front of my screen the whole day trading and let people copy my, or, you know, do a copy trading job at the moment. I just don't have the time at the moment. So I'm trading my own cash and, yeah, trying out some other things. And I think I'm more passionate about educating people to fish for themselves. I'm truly passionate about our community. Everyone that's here, please smash up the like, hit subscribe for future notifications. I'm passionate about you guys. I want to show everyone how easy it is to trade. It is not difficult. Yes, we can go into Elliott wave scenarios and go through Fibonacci extensions, and you know, it just feels so overwhelming, and it almost creates that perception that it really is difficult to trade. You have to know so much. And I'm here to tell you guys, stick with me. I'll make you famous. No. I'm just here to teach you guys how simple you can make trading for yourself. And And I think the most difficult part, even with a one-line trend strategy, is to learn to control your emotions, not be greedy. Don't go and 100x your entire account or 20x your entire account. Your stop losses shouldn't exceed more than 1% of your capital. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Are we going to do this live? Are we going to hit the high live here on the stream? Are we going to hit it live? How far away are we? 7%. I mean, 7% is nothing. Why don't we just turn a... That's nothing. 7% is nothing. What are the altcoins doing? Okay. You see, just want to show you guys here quickly on Doge. Let me take the scribble out here. Okay. Look at where we got a rejection. You see how important this the 618 levels are. Okay. So what you would like to see for Doge here is beautiful rejection here by the 618. So for continuation to remain to the upside. So perhaps, you know, we consolidate here for a while, we break through with high volume, and then we can start. You want to see us consolidate above the 1.618, which then says next target. As soon as you start consolidating above the 618 level, you consolidate above, the next target becomes plausible. And then you break through here, the next target becomes plausible. Okay, but for now, we got a rejection here on Doge by the 0.112 cents. Let's call it 12 cents. We got a rejection here at 12 cents. Okay, on Doge, which I called before it happened. Right, so Fibonacci levels, Fib extensions, they are quite important. And it also shows you where to take profits if you do not have price action to the left. When you go into price discovery, very important tools to use to see where you can take profits when you're in price discovery and you have no data to the left. Okay, 1.618 tap to perfection here. Right, what is Bitcoin doing? What is Bitcoin doing? Oh my God, let's go here onto the 5 minute. I want to see this. Wow, 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 wow. Almost there, baby. Almost there. Okay. Maybe there's another trading opportunity that we can trade together live. Okay. I want to see a consolidation. Okay. You want to see this. Let me do this. You want to see this. Okay. You want to see this. You see, these moves are so impulsive that it's not building proper trends like this one. It's just absolutely crazy at the moment. Right. If you do not have an exchange, you don't want to pay fees, go down into the description right now, go click on MEXC, the third or the second link, go click on that link, sign up. They have the insane lowest fees, and perhaps we can take a trade here together. I never thought that I would do a live trade with the community, but perhaps this is the time. This is the time. Okay. I just want to see what happens over here. Right. Let's go look at, and perhaps you'll see a little bit of what goes through my mind when I plan to enter a trade. Okay. That's the Discord. I want to look at CVD. Right. Okay. As I was sharing, go down. Yes, MEXC. I've got BingX. MEXC, no KYC required. Bybit, my favorite exchange that I use for my larger portfolio. MEXC is my play account. That's where I am a little bit aggressive. This is where I apply high leverage, but I still always apply good risk management. Okay, cool. Let's look at CVD here at the moment. Let's go on to the 3 minute. Right. What is happening over here? Okay. Ooh, a lot of people trading, putting strain on the servers. Okay. Still bullish. Okay. So ideally what you want to see happen here is that for every low that you make, you want to see bullish CVD building up. Okay. Or even if it stays neutral, you just don't want to see bearish CVD building up. Okay. So for example, with this pivot moving up here, okay, let me go grab my tool over here. What you don't want to see is when this price starts moving up here, okay, and CVD does that, okay, it's higher, but price is still lower. It signals that it could starting to turn around. And perhaps then you start building bullish CVD against this pivot. When price comes down and CVD moves down aggressively and you start seeing this, then you're like, okay, cool. You know, perhaps price does this more or less. Then you put in your trend and you expect the breakout to the upside. Okay, always have to monitor CVD. It is the only indicator that I use. Right, you will see that here on the chart of Bitcoin, I do have RSIs. I rarely use them. Okay, sometimes I just have a look at them for curiosity's sake, because what I have noticed is often when you have little peaks here, when both RSIs are at the top, then there's a possible rejection, and we got the rejection. So I don't use it to trade. I just sometimes have a squiz at it to see where we are from a RSI perspective. And at the moment, quite insane. Oh, well, that's just a 1 minute. Okay, doesn't matter. Right, are we building a trend over here? Are we building a trend? Are we building a trend? It's a little bit steep. I like trend lines at 45 degrees. Don't like steep trend lines like that. Okay, are we making bullish CVD? Not yet, not yet. You can see your price moving down, CVD moving up. I don't like that. So let's see what happens here. Okay, you want to, you ideally want for a bigger range to start forming over here. Okay, system is overloaded. Really taking some time to load up these charts. Okay, I think everyone is just trading at the moment, trying to take advantage of these explosive moves here to the upside. Data is not loading. Right. Okay. CVD at price action at the bottom. So let's say, for example, Bush. Okay. Let's see. Stop below the low. Okay. Fake out. No. You don't enter. You wait. Right. I don't like the 1 minute. I prefer the 3 minute. But the impulse is so insane that you have to go into the 1 minute to track the impulses here to the upside. Okay, the stronger the impulse, the smaller the time frame you have to use to try and catch these breakouts. Okay. I still don't like how downwards this trend is sloping down. But nonetheless, let's see if we can catch this trade. Okay, let's go through some comments while we wait for this. CRV, price prediction. Okay, we can go through that right now. Let's just see if this plays out. Okay, and this is a small little scalp. I mean, obviously you're expecting higher. You want us to go and claim the all-time highs over here. Sushi, what is Sushi doing? Why is my alarm going off for Sushi? Oh, breaking back into trend. Right, perhaps a retest. We'll see now. You see how Bitcoin is just draining all the liquidity from the alts at the moment. Yes, ETH. Holy crap. Okay, I think I still have some of my ETH position open. I hope I still have some of my ETH position open. I will go check after this. HBAR, what is HBAR doing? I was waiting for TP3 to be hit. Theta. You see, the altcoins are standing still at the moment. Altcoins are standing still because Bitcoin is stealing the limelight. It's sucking up all the liquidity. Let's go have a look at Bitcoin dominance. I'm sure it is absolutely exploding to the upside. Right. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take the volume out. Go on to the 12-hour. We broke that. Ooh, we're back into trend. We are back into trend. We could go to 60%. Right. We've lost this trend. Came back for a retest. It looks like we back tested it for continuation here to the downside. And now we are back inside of trend. So this could bleed out some of the alts and leave them waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing. So perhaps Bitcoin is going to steal the limelight from here. I'm looking at the 60% area over here for possible rejection. Okay, if this momentum continues here to the upside. 60%. Right. 60% has confluence with these consolidation areas, these lows, or this consolidation area over here. So here's some resistance over here. Right, Bitcoin, what are you doing? Let's see. You wanted to see CRV? Okay, targets for CRV. So while Bitcoin is doing its thing over here, let's just check. Still forming a trend. So, you know, and this is usually confirmation of a trend. When you have a touch, you have a touch, you have a touch, you can see it's respecting the trend. So it confirms that the trend is valid. Okay, cool. Now we wait, right? And nice red volume in most people's cases, but nice purple volume kicking in here now. So perhaps we're going to reject here by the 0.88. What is CVD telling us? No bullish CVD as yet. Well, not significant enough. Okay, CVD is just a nightmare at the moment. It's not playing ball. Right, there we get the drop. Okay, you see why the trend lines are so important. You wouldn't have, if you FOMO'd in here, now this is what happens. Okay, perhaps a retest? Let's see. Okay, that's why you do not FOMO into trades. Right, and this is why we didn't take the trade yet. Oops. I'll take this out the way. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. I hope you guys have made profits today. And it looks like a retest over here. But the red volume is kicking in. The red volume is kicking in. So perhaps, you know, so here on the 1 minute, it looks quite crazy. But then when I go here onto the 15 minute, this is a SFP. Okay. For those of you that trade swing failure patterns, this is a SFP. You have a high confluence macro 0.88 level. You break through it. You get acceptance back below. You enter. You put your stop above the high, above the wick, and you expect lower prices either at the VWAP or, you know, Fibonacci. Let's go see, where is the VWAP over here? Right. Or retests of these consolidation areas over here. Okay, cool. Right. You see, so sometimes the smaller time frames can confuse you, but even on the smaller time frame, I would not have taken this trade. Wouldn't have taken it. I'm waiting for the breakout, so I'm safe. But now, because I know multiple trading strategies, I could have been on the 15 minute and saw, hang on, here is a SFP. It's following the rules of an SFP. It broke through, we got acceptance back below, and as soon as I move into profit, that is my trading strategy, I move my stop loss to break even. Okay, even if we come back up and it stops me out and we get acceptance back below, I re-enter. Right, because at least I get stopped out with no loss. Because if I don't move my stop loss to break even and I just leave it over here and price starts doing this again, then I get stopped out with a massive loss over here. I don't want to lose money. I'm here to protect my money. The market is here to take your money. You have to protect your cash. Protect your cash, protect your cash. Right. Okay. See the volume kicking in here? Quite significant. So it's either... Oh, but that level is so close. Chart artist, that level is so close. Are we not going to hit it? Where is that? What is this level? Let me take that out. Let me just use my magnet, snap it on here. I want to get an alarm once we... Why is it not snapping on? Okay, I want to get an alarm. So I'm going to set the alarm here. I want to know when we break the all-time high. Okay. So I'm just going to snap the alarm on there. See what's happening over here. Okay. Cool Legends. Chart artist. That is it from me. I've got some plans. I need to go do some other stuff as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Please smash up the like, hit subscribe for future notifications. I hope you guys all enjoyed this live stream together here with me. Thanks for spending time with me. And until the next one, cheers for now.